How are you guys? Welcome back to the Football Unplanned channel. And today, me and Patrick are gonna bring you into the world of Saudi Pro League. So Patrick, in general, Saudi Pro League wasn't on many radars until a bit more than 2 years ago when Ronaldo signed for Al Nassr.
That's right, and he's still like the top earning player out there. I guess.
He's on 200 million per year. That's crazy amount of money. Even though like the only 90 million are from football earnings, but 110 are from additional sponsorship that he will get from there.
Yeah, and like private jets and private people for anything. I guess.
Exactly, he's living the dream in those regards.
Exactly, but he's on the top. But what about the rest of the good players that are still there?
Well, before Ronaldo transferred, maybe the biggest player of the league was Anderson Talisca, who came from Chinese league when the pandemic hit and they started losing a lot of players because, well, there was no football there.
Exactly, and there still isn't any, I would say.
I mean, there it's only Oscar that's left out of all the big names.
Yeah, like Chinese top league was doing actually same that Saudis are doing right now, but they dropped, they flopped with it.
Yeah, pretty much there are like similarities with what they're trying to do and
Especially
what
with
MLS
money.
was trying to do. Yeah, I mean, they always say that it's a concept of like sports washing, like about raising the profile of a country by using sports and using the investments in there. But in general, let's be honest, at least in Saudi Arabia, people are actually big fans of football.
Watching it, yeah.
Exactly, like it's not like it's in China maybe like the third, fourth most popular sport. Actually, like in Saudi Arabia, it's like the number one sport and people are actually fans of it.
Okay, so Saudis, like we all know, are big fans of football, but do they have any limitations of foreign players in the clubs?
Well, it used to be 8 foreign players until this season when they changed it to additional 2 players that have to be younger than 21. So that actually ended up in a lot of young African and South American players now getting their transfers from their like native countries. And that's also like increasing the quality of the league a bit. Especially because when you drew the parallel between the Chinese league in majority failed to sign the players in their best years, similar to MLS in the Henry and Gerrard and Drogba era. Yeah, and also the same thing that's happening now with Suarez, with Messi, and all of the players that are past their best years, let's say. So Saudi League is trying to do this a bit smarter, so they brought in some younger blood. So actually one of the biggest transfers of these younger players was Marcos Leonardo, who came from Benfica, and that is actually reminiscing of what they were doing before this like huge influx of money. They were mostly bringing players from South America or Portuguese league.
Yeah, I guess they also might find themselves fitting there mostly of the weather.
Yeah, exactly, and the weather is more culturally like similar. For example, we saw how Jordan Henderson struggled to adapt to life in Saudi.
Yeah.
He ran for his life after 6 months there. But the real boom of Saudi Pro League happened in the last summer when they spent a bit less than 1 billion euros on transfers.
Yeah, without just couple of little millions for Benzema, Kante, Mahrez. Those were the real stars that made everyone talk actually about the Saudi League, because like people from like Portugal and like South America might be interested only for the people from these countries, but when you hear Benzema is moving to something and then like people were like, where?
Yeah, exactly. they had like this wave of players that are like a bit older, but they also like managed to sign a few players that are well arguably in their best years. Like they signed Mitrovic from Fulham, who was great in Premier League, and the same team signed also Ruben Neves, and they signed Sergei Milinkovic-Savic also from Lazio, who was like rumored to go to Manchester United at one point. But they chose Saudi money, I guess.
Yeah, and in my opinion, there's nothing bad about it. Like, let's be honest, if you
get your bag.
exactly, like if your ambition is money, then just say it. That
Exactly.
I play for money, and
Yeah, be honest
that's
about
fine.
it, and
Yeah.
that's it. Because like that's actually what Ruben Neves was about. Like he honestly said, like, okay, with this contract, I'm securing my family's future for like next three
Decades.
generations.
Yeah.
And that's at least he's honest about it. He's not pretending I'm there because of sports reasons. So yeah, like be honest.
No one is there for a sports reason.
Yeah, like
And I'm always seeking for honesty. Like if I see player moving there but saying that I'm going there to earn,
to win.
to win. nah, like we like earn a lot of money. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, go for it. That's
go
your right.
for it,
That's your
yeah.
career, and that's it.
exactly.
But one of the people that would definitely agree with you, well, probably more even disagree, is Dutch manager Koeman. Yeah, because he now booted Bergwijn from the national team because, well, he got transferred to Saudi League this season.
Exactly, yeah, and we still see like people thinking in an old way that football still has some like how to say it, like some traditions and other ambitions that football is sold long time ago, like decades
Yeah,
ago.
probably, yeah.
Even now when the Champions League is changing, like every European Cup is changing. This is everything
and the
is
Euros are
for
changing,
money.
the World Cup is changing, they're getting more and more teams, so there will be more and more games.
Yeah, and next year there's like Club World Cup even.
Yeah, so I guess I would agree with you, that's more of a like boomer sentiment.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, in general, I am for best players playing in the best leagues, but everyone is like the owner of their own destiny. If he wants to sign in Saudi League and he's still good enough player, then in my opinion there's no justification of kicking him out of the team like that.
Exactly, and I can also add that there is actually a third type of player that they love to play in some exotic places, like I don't know, Australia, Japan, because why not?
Yeah, I mean, if you may be like the fan of that country, and I'll be like 100% honest, if I had any professional ability in my bones, I would definitely in my old age go to somewhere completely exotic, like
yeah.
play in some Cayman Islands or something like that, just like for the weather and sun and chill.
Yeah, I can say that our Polish national team had one player, Adrian Mierzejewski, and
He went to China.
he went to China. He played in Sydney FC even. I guess somewhere even like in Japan, but I'm not sure about this one. But China, Australia, Turkey, like
All over the place.
all over the place. He was in a very exotic places because he was like, I actually like this type of leagues. But this summer was, I would say, very easy going because Saudi League spent less than 1 billion. They spent like around 500 million just.
Yeah, exactly. So they brought in few big names. The biggest per transfer market value, actually in the entire league, is Diaby that they brought from England. So he's valued at 55 million euros on transfer market, and he's the biggest star. I mean, not biggest star, but like the biggest market value player of the league. Also, they brought in Cancelo this year after 2 years of struggling on loans, he now got a permanent move to Saudi Arabia.
He found some place.
Yeah, Ivan Toney also went. I mean, he better not be betting in Saudi Arabia because he might get into more serious trouble than in England.
I think the top star players might get some like special treatment.
Of course, I mean, like I'm joking. And well, we already mentioned Bergwijn, but the biggest name that actually didn't go there is Victor Osimhen, and he ended up in even more crazy situation because he ended up in Galatasaray at the end.
Yeah, but that's actually classic Osimhen. I would say like this whole story like totally fits to his character.
Yeah, I mean that was some crazy stuff happening, and I mean it's rumored that the reason his deal to Al Ahly didn't go through is that the club wanted to set a huge like transfer fee for him to eventually return to Europe, and he didn't agree on that, even though he would receive a massive paycheck.
So there are still players that actually have other ambitions,
I guess, and I'll say that like I expect him to change clubs again in the winter. Like
very soon.
I think he will go to Chelsea. Like he was also rumored to go with them, but there was also some fallout with the salary. Yeah, but that's like you said, like typical Osimhen stuff.
Yeah, kind of reminds me of Balotelli also.
Yeah, like there is some like similarities. Like they're both crazy talented, but also crazy.
So we talked just a bit about the biggest and the most important, in our opinion, transfers of Saudi League. But is this league actually growing somewhere? Just like Ronaldo said that this is going to be the next top league, or
well,
anything else? Like what is your opinion?
My opinion is somewhere in the middle. Like it's not gonna fail like Chinese league because like we already discussed, there is like a love for football there, but of course it's still not gonna be like the top league, even with all the money and all the revenue from all of the possible and impossible sources. I mean, like you remember last year they tried to sign Mbappe when like Paris Saint-Germain was sure that they're gonna lose him. Like he still refused to go to Saudi League even for crazy amount of money.
Yeah, just like Neymar, but like Neymar.
Yeah, I mean Neymar is not the same Neymar since that injury in the World Cup
in 2014.
And yeah, now he's unfortunately made out of glass, and well, he missed majority of the season in Saudi League anyways.
Yeah, but like without it, he would also work on the good PR of the league, because he will actually maybe do some magical stuff.
Because he's still a wizard with the ball, like when he's healthy. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
So, like I said, my opinion is somewhere in between those like extremes. Like it's still gonna get some decent players there, but I don't think that like the top of the top, like Haalands and Mbappes and all of these players that are still in their best years are ever gonna actually like move to Saudi until they're like 35 or something. They will just like go for a last cash grab maybe.
Exactly, this might be like a topic for them if they will be like at the very end of their careers. Also, there is a topic that's always popping up if the Saudi clubs, like the best Saudi clubs, are gonna play somewhere in the future in a Champions League.
In that, actually, I wouldn't be surprised, because as I'm actually a huge basketball fan, there's now a basketball club in Dubai that has been formed, this year actually, and they're going to be playing in the Adriatic League, so they're going to be playing with like Serbian, Bosnian, Croatian, Slovenian clubs.
So
And-
someone has already started this.
Yeah, so like that has already started, but in a sport with like less revenue. So they pay their way into the league. They're gonna literally pay for the clubs to go there, like pay for the flights, for the hotels.
Like that.
They pay the money even for the entrance to the league. So I think that even in the football, it's kind of inevitable because like money talks.
Exactly, and in next year we are going to have this Club World Cup.
Yeah, exactly. So that's like the start of it, I guess.
I guess, yeah, maybe like the Champions League, as we know it, will actually move with the prestige there. But for now, I totally doubt it. But I'm kind of curious how this new
Yeah,
tournament
like
will
in several
turn out.
years, how it will go down.
Yeah.
So, Patrick, this has been our short story of Saudi Pro League and our thoughts and opinions about what's happening and what's going to happen with it. And guys, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and you can subscribe to our channel. And also in the comments, you can leave your own opinions about this topic.
About Saudi League, or maybe leave us like some new ideas that
Yeah,
maybe we should talk about any other league that you can find so easily.
Yeah,
About
we're
the
not
news.
afraid of digging for information.
So just like always, leave a like, share and subscribe.
Bye, guys.